Alright guys, this is Barwood Town and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. What I wanted to do for this video, I wanted to go through the last of the recent Giant Form or Great Ape EZAs. And for this one, it's going to be a showcase around Raditz. We're going to see how good he is, we're going to test him out in a couple of Dokkan events, and as we have in the others, we'll take him through a couple of stages of the original Goku event, not necessarily to beat the stage, but we'll run through a couple of turns, see how he holds up, see what kind of defense or attack figures he can put up after a couple of turns into the fight. If we have a look at his information first of all, so after his EZA, his leader skill becomes all types, Ki +4, and HP, attack and defense plus 50%. In regards to his super attack ability, the super attack becomes greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to enemy. And in regards to his passive becomes attack and defense plus 80%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 15% per key sphere obtained. So that's quite powerful there, he's a bit of a nuker. Plus an additional attack plus 80% when performing a super attack if HP is 80% or less, and then turns into a giant ape when conditions are met. In regards to transforming into the giant ape, I think it's just a chance. Yeah, it has a chance of turning into a great ape. What I found in my recent showcases is they actually transform a fair bit. But yeah, we'll run him into a couple of Dokkan events. We'll use similar teams to what we've used the others for. Yeah, we'll see how good he is. We'll see kind of what numbers he picks up. We'll try and see him in a couple of different situations with a couple of different linking partners. Let's just jump into this one. I must say, I wasn't too impressed with the Vegeta. The Goku did really impress me though, so I'm hoping to see something similar from Raditz if we can. Giant form, there we go. And yeah, we'll see what he's going to be like. He's got the same super attack mechanic as what the Vegeta did, in that he'll greatly raise super attack for greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn. Skulking Skulls, you right there? How are you doing today, man? Okay. So, what are rotations looking like? So it looks like we've got him linked up with the transforming giant ape Vegeta, which I think will be one of his better linking partners, because they do share quite similar links. Particularly, what you find with all of these great ape units is they do share a lot of attack links. They're very attack orientated. So attack statistics or attack numbers should be quite high. Taking a fair bit of damage for a Dokkan attack here. I didn't realise this Gohan one was as good as it is. We'll have GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku on rotation next turn for this as well. No, he's off rotation. No, that's alright. So in terms of linking with the Vegeta, he's got 4 out of 7 with the Vegeta. So Saiyan Warrior Race, Transform, Saiyan Raw, and Shattering the Limit. So there's a good few links there. I do have a Great Ape Bardock on this team, I believe. No, I've got him on the other team. Don't worry about that. But he should share Saiyan lineage with Tora when we can get Tora on rotation. So Tora will give him even more attack and defense, just where he's a support unit as well. Does he share anything with Tapion? No. We'll put him in slot 1. One thing to observe here is where we're under 80% HP, it means Raditz is getting more attack. So he gains 80% attack when supering if HP is 80% or less. So we'll probably be seeing a pretty good attack stat here, I would have thought. He is a nuker. We'll give him a couple of orbs there. We could have given him more, but again, I want to see him in different scenarios. We'll see scenarios with him where he is getting lots of orbs, but I'm not too fussed about seeing that turn 1 for him at the moment. And I've seen that by picking up same coloured orbs, we've actually gone over the HP threshold. So misplay from me there. But attack stat 1.6 million, not the best, honestly. Goku was a lot higher than that. Let's float off that Goku so we can have the support. Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with that attack stat. We'll get him back on rotation next time. We'll have a look, see what his defense was. We'll try and get a couple more orbs with him. So looking at it here, from what I just saw from that attack stat, he is going to be heavily based on just how many orbs you're getting him. Skulking Skulls. Raditz is alright, but he's really in need of an orb changer like the GT Super Saiyans to really get out his numbers. Yeah, I'd agree with that. What the next team I'm going to run him on is Gogeta's Giant Ape Power Team. So I might sub one of the other members of that team out and actually try and put one of the GT Super Saiyans on so we can actually see what that looks like. So how many orbs can we get him here? Not very many, to be honest. Raditz sitting at 83k, so quite similar to the Vegeta as well, a bit less, but he will gain 50% defense on super attack. And then he does get defense on his orbs as well, which I can't get too many for him. Next time we should see an even better attack stat because we will have the Super Saiyan 3 Goku on rotation as well. So Skulking Skulls, how is your Raditz looking? Have you got him 1 dupe, 2 dupes, you got him rainbowed? Let's take Tor off rotation and try and get a turn with him as the support. Couldn't avoid a super there either. Shouldn't do much to Tapion. Yeah, double digits. I do really love this Tapion unit. Hopefully they calm it down a little bit though. Yeah, Tora won't do much here. I haven't really put any resources into my Tora. Okay. And we get a Giant Ape Transformation with the wrong unit. That's fine. Hopefully we can avoid some super attacks. Because I am quite keen to see the next rotation. If anything, we've got quite a few physical orbs there that we can give to Raditz. So that will definitely inflate Raditz's attack and defense stats. Hopefully it's just a one-turn Giant Ape Transformation here. 1 dupe. He was doing average, I think. They could have made him better because we could get a Great Ape Vegeta Dokkan Fest or a Great Ape Goku Dokkan Fest or an LR for them, but not for Raditz. Yeah, I'd agree with that, to be honest. I wasn't even too impressed with the Vegeta, to be honest. But from what I've seen from this first couple of turns and from what I've seen trying to link level him up, the Raditz really hasn't been putting up impressive numbers for me. I was expecting to see a lot more. This is a 3 dupe Raditz. So, yeah, it just hasn't really ticked the boxes for me for what I was seeing. Oh, we've got a different Giant Ape Transformation. It's always the problem when you're on the Giant Ape or Giant Form team. You get all these transformations that you don't want. But we'll see if we can use this as an opportunity just to line up some orbs. We've got some tech ones. What have you thought about the other EZA units that have come out? Have you tried like the Goku and the Vegeta yourself? One thing I do think we need, though, it's hard because of already the giant form mechanic that we have, but I would like to see from the Saiyan Saga an actual transformation from Vegeta into the Great Ape, and not it be like a 2 or 3 turn thing, like that's just his form. Because you could get some great animations, or at least if you're going to downsize him after 2 or 3 turns, have like Yajirobe cutting his tail off. Like there's so many good moments you could have there. Paragon till death at Skulking Skulls. Yeah, absolutely. He's kind of runnable, but doesn't compare to the Goku, who, as you said, is a good candidate for a Dokkan Fest unit anyway. Yeah, so the Goku's a good candidate, but I don't think, outside of Dragon Ball Saga, you don't see him go Great Ape. But he does a couple of times in the original Dragon Ball Saga. I really need to go back and rewatch some of this, some of the Dragon Ball stuff. I haven't actually gone through the old series in so long, but if you were to get that unit, definitely from JP's point of view, they'd be rolling in summons. Everyone would be summoning for them. Skulking Skulls, I don't have Vegeta actually, he's eluded me, but Goku I really liked using. Yeah, you're not if you haven't really liked the Raditz, you're not really missing out on the Vegeta. But the Goku, yeah, same there. I really liked using Goku. I think he'll fit well on a lot of teams, and he'll be really good for difficult content for the teams that he is on. As I say, teams like Giant Form, outside of maybe Tapion, the others are going to take quite a bit of damage in long events, whereas the Goku, he's not really going to take that much damage. He's just going to be stacking. So this is the rotation I did want to see here. How many links do they have? So it's just saying Raw they share, so it's not going to really change what Raditz has. Is there any way we can get any more orbs here? I don't think so. No, so I can get those 3 int ones. So he's on 83k defense there. If we give him 3 orbs, what does that take him up to? 3 orbs only 3 takes him up to 105k. And then he does greatly raised defense, well, attack and defense on super attack. So it would take him up to, what, 150. So if you get him a couple more orbs, I mean, he can be runnable. But, yeah, there's a lot of conditions on getting him that far. I'm not sold. We haven't seen him in too many positions yet. There might be better positions for him. But I definitely think the Goku is the better of the 3. So even Vegeta there hitting 3 million attack stat. That is with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku on rotation supporting. Raditz there only 1.8. So yeah, the Vegeta who I already wasn't too impressed with is putting up kind of better numbers than what we're seeing from the Raditz unit. So that's really not impressive from Raditz. We'll jump in with a different team that I've put up. I think I'll use the suggestion that Skulking Skulls use. I'll amend the team slightly and we'll bring in one of the GT Super Saiyans just so that we've got an orb changer and see if that really helps him. Paragon Till Death literally read my mind. Hey man, perhaps running Raditz with one of the GT Goku or GT Vegetas on Giant Ape Power will be better thanks to their orb changing. Yeah, so that's exactly what we're going to do now. We'll do it on the same Dokkan Fest event, just so we've got a bit of fairness there. Yes, you've literally read my mind. It's something that Skulking Skulls has already recommended. So we'll have a look there. We've got a Gogeta there. We'll take him. So this was the team I was originally going to bring. Let's bring out that Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And we'll bring this GT Goku in as well. So this is the team we'll run here. There's a few Saiyan Raw units. Again, all of these Giant Ape Power characters, they're very attack link orientated, so it's hard to really boost their defense. Paragon, oh my bad, didn't know Skulls said that, my bad. No, not at all. Definitely, we're happy getting feedback on this channel, so if you want to see how 2 different units link together or how they work in the same team, by all means shout it out. If someone else hasn't already shouted it out, then I'm not going to know, am I? So, yeah, definitely really appreciate you commenting and getting involved. Okay. And of course, the GT Goku is slot 7. So we'll have to wait a couple turns just to see it. Looking at it here, though, we've got a good few orbs that Raditz can get. What links can we get with him? You'll think he'll look better, but not much better. So is that better than the Vegeta? So it looks like we can only activate Saiyan Raw here, but we can get 9 orbs. So if we look at defense before and after, 85k before, with 9 orbs, 149, so call it 150. And then when he greatly raises attack and defense on Super, it'd be at 225. So, I mean, that's a pretty good defense stat, to be honest. Let's see if that translates into a good attack stat as well. .5. And we saw Vegeta was doing above that without having attack per orb as well. Defensively, I think this Raditz is better than the Vegeta. Attack-wise, I don't think so. We'll float the Vegeta off just so we can get that Vegeta on rotation with him. We'll try and avoid some super attacks here. And then we've got a nice collection of tech orbs we can feed to Raditz next turn as well. Paragon Till Death, better on this team than the previous, but not massively different. Yeah, I don't think it makes a massive amount. I think it's going to be good to have the an orb changer on the team with him. 2.5 is like what I feel he should be doing with 3 orbs, not 9. That's my thoughts exactly. Like, how often are you actually going to get 9 orbs? It's not too common without manipulating it or trying to actually build it up. If you're just going through a playthrough, getting 9 orbs isn't that common. And for the amount of work you have to go through to get a 2.5 million attack stat, it's not the best. We have got the Great Ape Transformation here, though. I'm glad we've been able to fit it into the showcase. Let's see what kind of numbers the Great Ape puts up. 948. Again, I don't judge the characters when they transform like this on their damage, because at the end of the day it is still free damage. They have the chance to stun, so it definitely could be useful. Okay, so what links do we have here? So GT Goku's giving him Saiyan lineage. We've got a few more orbs that we can choose from there. That's 7. That's 7 as well. If we pick those up, still 7. So again, if we do it before and after, 86k after 7 orbs, 136, and then when he supers, that'll go up to around 200k. But yeah, I definitely agree with what Skulking Skulls is saying. For the amount of work you have to put in to get him as many orbs as you need to for him to be decent, you'd expect him to be getting a lot, like 3 orbs, 1.8, 1.7 million. It's just not good enough by today's standards. If anything, would it have been the worst if they'd have gone maybe 20 or 25% attack and defense per orb? I get that would have made him a bit broken, but I'm not going to use this unit. Outside of maybe Giant Form SBR, I don't think he'll hold up well in ESBR at all. Paragon Till Death, yeah, compare that to GT Goku getting 9 orbs, that's about 5 mil. Yeah, well, that's just it. Comparing, like, if you look at this Raditz on the teams that we're using on, that you would just normally use him on, like, does he have a slot on those teams? Are you going to pick him above other units? I can say that about the Goku. I'd happily pick the Goku above other units. Blam! Love that counter animation. But yeah, the Goku I'd happily put in some of the teams above certain units, but this Raditz, I don't think I'd make the same compromise. He'll do okay, but in today's world of power creep and all that, you want more than someone doing okay. And let's get that 1 orb. Hopefully Vegeta doesn't linger around for 3 turns like he has in previous showcases. Hopefully it's just a 1 turn and go. Skulking Skulls, 20% per orb would have been fine in my opinion. He'd have quite good defense and his attacks, that wouldn't be awful. Yeah, I completely agree. It wouldn't have been game breaking to give him 20%, but it would have made him just a lot more runnable. I'm glad it's not just me that thinks that. Trying to put some orbs together for the Raditz. Paragon Till Death, all this is doing is making an older unit more viable, making the game a little more free-to-play friendly. Players who are going 2+ years will probably not use him, but for the beginners out there, he's potentially filling a bit of a gap. Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, it is just making older units more useful, and older units that you'd have in your box, that they suddenly do become viable. I think they will have a place on things like Clash and things like that. Like, they will be useful there. 3 turns, I knew it. And we'll end up having to use all these orbs we've put together. Okay, so we've got a couple of different paths here. We should be able to get some good key orbs for the Raditz. But yeah, I can see him filling a gap from that perspective. But I don't know, I'm still not convinced by him. Like, I can only go from obviously my personal opinion. But I just don't think I'll be using him, and I can certainly understand some people will. He's on a good few teams, so we will have a quick look at his teams as well, and just see what teams he could be run on. We've got a decent rotation here for him as well. Let's have a look at his teams. So low class warrior. He probably would have room on that team, to be fair. Giant form, he'd be okay. Pure Saiyans, he's not going to get on that team. Goku's family, he's not getting on. Terrifying Conquerors, he's probably not getting on. But as I think Paragon says, he will fill a slot for people that maybe don't have the newer, better units. So yeah, I'd agree there. Skulking Skulls, but I could see this Raditz main purpose is going to be Giant ESBR. Yeah, I completely agree with that. That's why I think it's going to be really useful to have these units done, because they are going to be giving these sorts of buffs to Giant form. I think it's going to make it very easy. I think that stage is already out on JP, so the fact that we have these units already out on Global, it's going to make things a lot easier for us. So we're still not going to be able to get too many orbs with Raditz, even with that Goku on rotation. What, we can give him 7 again? What's his defense looking like? So 140k, we've got 5 out of 7 links active there. And again, this isn't him full like level 10 links or anything like that, so there is still room for him to get better. But yeah, I'm still just not convinced. I don't think it's just me from the comments here either. I think what me and Skulking Skull said is that we would have liked to have seen him have 20% per orb. I think that would have been fair, and that would have made him a lot usable. Yeah, he's good. He's okay. I can't say much more than that. What we'll jump into the OG Goku event here. We'll test him out for 6-7 turns, see how much damage he takes as the stage goes on a bit. I don't think he'd last too long in the GT Goku event. I will try him out in there eventually. I'm gonna, once I've got them all a bit more link leveled up, once I've got this Raditz showcase out of the way, I will be looking to go into like the GT Goku event with all 3 of these together, because they'll be linking up reasonably well. Let's jump in and see. If I can find it. There it is. We'll probably bring the same team that we did last time. So we'll bring the Giant Ape Power team. Yep. I could have bought some maybe orb changer items, but I think that would kind of defeat the objective here. And bear in mind, we were still getting 7 orbs, which is still quite a lot of orbs. And we weren't doing massively great. You know what? We'll see him at his best. We'll back out here. We'll go put an orb changer on. We'll put a couple of orb changers in, just so we can see the best that we are getting there. We want to give him every chance to impress. Which one of these is to STR? That's what we want. Alright, so we've got a couple of orb changes here now. So he's got no excuse for not putting up some decent attack stats. What we'll do, I think we'll have one turn where we just use the orb changer, and we'll have another turn where we use the orb changer and gets additional attack per orb. And we've got the Bardock transformation. Again, hopefully this is just a one-turn transformation. So we've got a few physical orbs there already. So hopefully it is just a one-turn transformation, and we can get straight into having a look at Raditz. No, 2 turns minimum. That's alright. So I might use the Lemo item first, because the Poir item only changes AGL to SDR, and we don't have too many AGL orbs on the board anyway. Right, yes, go away, thank you. Okay. The Gojitas will probably finish this stage, to be honest. But I am looking forward to seeing Raditz kind of at his prime. Let's give him as much attack as we can, as much defense as well. I mean, if we can get him like, I don't know, 15 orbs, how much defense will he be sitting on them? I haven't seen him double super or anything either. I have to check the build for mine, but I'm pretty sure I gave him additional. Slither of health left. And the Vegeta transforms. I hope he does it this much when I actually need him to. So we want to try and save AGL orbs if we can. So we'll actually have a couple of SDR orbs there as well. I'll take that. This could work out quite well for us. Okay. So, how could we do it for orbs here? So if I pick up all them, let's try Poir first. So by doing that, we'll get him 10 orbs. That's reasonable, isn't it? So he's on 88k there now. That takes him up to 162. So then when he supers, he'll gain 80, so he'll be on, what, 240k defense. That's good defense-wise. We'll take that as a defense figure. How much damage do we reckon he's going to do here, though? Skulking Skulls. Let me just see his attack stat here. 2.5. So that's with 10 orbs, and there's only 2.5. He's just not doing enough damage for me. Skulking Skulls, I feel like if they wanted to release this set of EZAs, a perfect time slot would have probably been last year's Gogeta Dokkan Fest. I don't know how Goku would fit, but the other two wouldn't look as bad to us originally, and they'd fade out instead of starting out mid and nobody using them. I think you've summed it up really well there, to be honest. I couldn't agree more. I think they focused on bringing out the Shenron, Omega Shenron EZA back then, didn't they? There was like a physical... is it a Sin or Omega that was the main EZA focus there. But I would agree that this EZA drop doesn't really make sense in the celebration that it is. I get that they've done it all as part of a Comic-Con thing going in New York, haven't they? And there was like statues of the Vegeta. So I get it from like a marketing perspective and kind of linking marketing in with the game. But they already feel outdated. And as I said, at least from my perspective, I'm not going to really use any of them aside from the Goku. So we've got 87k defense here. We can actually get him a fair few int orbs here without having to manipulate anything. So that'd be 10 again. We'll do that on the next turn. I think we'll go ham. We'll whip out the Poirs, we'll whip out the Lemos, and we'll see just what he actually does. Best thing about the EZA units equals 30 plus stones. Yeah, have you guys been doing the cooler one that came out on Global this morning? How far are you into it, are you guys? Go on then. I'll include Gogeta's animation just because we're here. I can't really get to this point and not include it. Okay. Thank you for the follow there. I can't see the full name. Sin of Pride or something like that, I saw it was. It only came up across half the screen for 2 seconds, but thank you for the follow, man. Okay. So, skip supers here, that's fine. And we'll probably make the next turn the last turn of the Goku Events showcase bit here. But we will go all out on items. Let's see what we can do. Paragon, only a few rounds to be fair, been working, but it is just hilarious that Super Saiyan is the effective typing. Poor Cooler. Yes, as soon as I saw Super Saiyan, I was like, wow, like I'm going to rip this Cooler a new one. But I've been going through and it's actually, he's got so much health. It takes so much attack to actually take him down. So 87k again there. We've got Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Raw, Transform and Shattering the Limit. We've got Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku on rotation here. So we're getting an extra 33% attack. In terms of orbs, we're looking quite good here, to be honest. We've got a nice amount of AGL ones, so we'll use Poir first. We'll get all them. Let's use a Limo. Hopefully we get a few more. We'll use another one, see if we can get those tech orbs. So look at that. We can't get any better than this for Raditz. Before I go into the attack, have we got any... What do you think his defense is going to look like, and what do you think his attack is going to look like after I've picked these up? Before I click it, in the comments, what do you think it's going to be? So with 7 orbs, he was on, what? 2.5 mil attack and about 160 defense. What do we think it's going to be after we get him 23 orbs? You feel like 22k before super defense, and Paragon thinks 5 mil thanks to Limo. Oh. 4.8 attack stat from Skulking Skulls. Defense, no clue for Paragon till death. We'll see. So he was on 87k defense. So defense, we've got 220 from Skulking Skulls. Not far, 256. So then he'll gain 50% on super. So he'll be on what, 375, a little bit more than that. I mean, that's reasonable. That's really usable. That would, you take a super with on the GT Goku event with that level of defense. But look what we've had to go through to get it. Now if the Vegeta could stop going crazy here. Alright. 9! Well, he's blown you guys out the park. that I wasn't expecting 9. I must admit, I was along your guys' wavelength thinking, 6 tops. But yeah, he's absolutely destroyed it there, hasn't he? He's gone nuts. Yeah, it was the Lemo. I mean, that's really good, don't get me wrong. But you can see like the GT Super Saiyan units hitting that with a couple of orbs without having to do all the orb transformation and everything that we've just done there to get it. But I'm glad we have seen it. Again, this Raditz is good. He's usable. I might use him in Clash, and I'll probably run him in the Giant form, Super Battle Road and the SBR. I don't think he's got too many uses outside of it. Paragon till death. Still, it's Raditz with all the stat boosting shenanigans going. Yeah, he's still a Raditz at the end of the day. But yeah, I'm happy with what I've seen here. I'm happy I've got a kind of a gauge on the usability of this unit. So I'm probably happy to end the showcase there. It's been a nice quick stream. But chat has been awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. But yeah, we'll probably call it there. It means a lot that you guys are tuned in. If you haven't seen my videos before, go check them out. We've got showcases for all of these for all these giant form units. So go check them out. See how you compare. Skulking Skulls, it's been really good talking to you as well. One last comment there. Yeah, but back to Phi Cooler's EZA. STR Vegeta just throws it into a wall. I completely agree. He absolutely nails it, doesn't he? Get him his 18 key super and he just deals so much damage. But yeah, I'm glad you've been here, Skulking Skulls. I've really enjoyed talking to you. Same with you, Paragon till death. It's been nice talking to you guys. But yeah, we'll call it there. If you're new to the channel, by all means, go back, have a look at some previous videos, like, sub, follow, all of that stuff. But yeah, love talking to you guys, and I'll catch you in another video. Bye, guys.